Picture this. It's 1909, and August Horch has just lost his own company after a legal fight stripped him of the rights to his own name. Sitting around a table with friends, he searches for a fresh start. One friend's son suggests a clever twist. Use the Latin version of Horch, turning it into Audi. That one flash of cleverness set the foundation for one of the greatest automotive brands ever known. And soon, those four rings would link Audi to a shared destiny with Horch, Wanderer, and DKW. With so many mergers and reinventions over the years, few automakers have a stranger history than Audi. This is a brand that lost its name, disappeared for decades, and came back stronger than ever. Let us see how a small German workshop grew into one of the world's most recognizable carmakers. This is the legend of Audi. Before we get going, make sure to smash that like button. And if you're as obsessed with cars as I am, hit subscribe so you never miss a new episode. Audi's story begins with August Horch, who founded Horch & Cie in 1899. After clashing with partners, he was forced out in 1909 but quickly started fresh. Since he couldn't reuse his name, he translated it. Horch, listen in German, became Audi in Latin, and that's where the legend begins. According to legend, when August Horch started his new company in Zwickau, he couldn't use his old name. His former partners still owned it. A friend suggested translating Horch, listen in German, into Latin, creating Audi. Whether clever branding or just a good story, the name stuck, and eventually became one of the world's most recognizable car brands. After the name change, Audi launched its first car in 1910, the Type A. By 1911, they were building small two-seat runabouts with a 1.5-liter four-cylinder engine. Not a powerhouse, but refined and ahead of many German rivals. That early focus on detail set the tone for Audi's future. Over the next few years, Audi kept innovating and built a reputation for advanced engineering. In 1913, they introduced the Type C, the Alpine Conqueror, capable of 100 km/h, an incredible speed for the era. It dominated hill climbs across Europe, cementing Audi's name in performance. But the good times didn't last. When World War I began in 1914, Audi halted passenger cars and built military vehicles instead. By the war's end in 1918, Germany was in ruins. The economy collapsed, inflation soared, and car demand vanished. For Audi, the future looked uncertain. In the post-war years, Audi faced layoffs, cutbacks, and shrinking production. The crises of the 1920s and the Great Depression hit Germany hard, and few could afford new cars. By the early 1930s, Audi was on the brink of collapse, and only a merger could save it. By the early 1930s, Audi was in trouble. Their cars were well built but too expensive for Depression-era Germany. In 1932, a government-backed merger combined Audi with Horch, DKW, and Wanderer to form Auto Union AG. The new four-ring logo symbolized each brand, a lifeline to survive what none could alone. Their luxury cars were still too expensive during the Depression, and sales stayed low. Ironically, Auto Union's brightest spotlight came not from road cars but from the racetrack, with the legendary Silver Arrows dominating Grand Prix racing. By the late 1930s, things went from bad to worse. As Germany shifted to war production, civilian car demand dried up, and luxury brands like Audi had no chance. By 1939, their factories were building only military vehicles, and Audi's dream of being a luxury automaker came to a grinding halt. When World War II began, Audi's factories were converted to military production. By the war's end, they lay in ruins, bombed, dismantled, and stripped by Soviet forces. Auto Union, and the Audi name with it, was left on the brink of destruction. For years, Audi disappeared from the automotive world. While the Audi name vanished after the war, Auto Union survived by relocating to Ingolstadt. There, it restarted with motorcycles, delivery vans, and small two-stroke cars under the DKW badge. For a time, Audi seemed gone for good. But behind the scenes, a comeback was taking shape. After the war, Auto Union restarted in Ingolstadt, surviving on small two-stroke DKW cars. In the 1950s, Auto Union partnered with Porsche on a few sports car projects to stay afloat. Still, sales lagged and the Audi name remained buried. It wasn't until the mid-1960s, when Volkswagen stepped in with fresh investment and new models, that the brand finally got its second chance. By the early 1960s, Auto Union was struggling. Its two-stroke cars looked outdated and sales were falling. In 1964, Volkswagen bought the company, not just to rescue it, but to acquire its modern front-wheel drive technology. With VW's backing, Auto Union finally had the tools to build advanced cars and revive the Audi name. In 1965, the Audi name returned with the F103 series, simple front-wheel drive sedans designed to compete with Opel and Ford. They weren't revolutionary, but for the first time in decades, the grille proudly wore the Audi badge, laying the foundation for everything that followed. The F103 wasn't much of a looker, but it was reliable, practical, and affordable. Enough to win over everyday buyers. Still, Audi knew playing it safe wouldn't secure a spot among Germany's luxury giants. To truly succeed, they needed something bold to put them back on the map. In 1968, Audi staged its comeback with the Audi 100. This mid-size sedan was a major leap from their economy cars, sleek, modern, and bold enough to stand out from the competition. More than just a family car, it re-established Audi as a serious player in the German auto industry. The Audi 100 wasn't just stylish, it was advanced. Its front-wheel drive platform was lighter and more efficient than rival rear-wheel drive sedans. By the 1970s, Audi added a powerful 5-cylinder engine that balanced performance with economy. For the first time in decades, Audi wasn't just surviving, it was leading. The Audi 100 was an instant success, selling in big numbers and proving Audi could compete with the best. More importantly, it re-established the brand as a maker of high-quality, forward-thinking cars. Riding that momentum into the 1970s, Audi was poised for a breakthrough that would change performance cars forever. In the 1970s, Audi entered the U.S. market under Volkswagen of America with the promise of German engineering. Building on the 100's success, they launched models like the Audi 80, sold as the Fox in the U.S., and later the 4000, broadening their lineup and establishing a foothold beyond Germany. In 1980, Audi won over enthusiasts with the debut of the Quattro at the Geneva Motor Show. It was the first production sports car with permanent all-wheel drive, a feature usually reserved for trucks. Suddenly, Audi had a performance car that could grip anywhere, rewriting the rules for rallying and sports cars alike. Thanks to its all-wheel drive system, the Quattro delivered unmatched traction and handling in any weather. But it wasn't just the tech. Its wide stance, flared fenders, and sharp lines made it look like something from the future. The Quattro didn't just perform differently, it looked the part too. For many, it was love at first sight. The Quattro looked futuristic and proved itself on the world stage. In Group B rallying, it became a legend, racking up wins against the toughest competition. Those victories cemented Audi's reputation as the master of high-performance all-wheel drive, a legacy that still defines the brand today. The original Quattro was discontinued in 1991, but the name lived on as Audi's performance trademark. Today, Quattro badges appear across the lineup, from everyday sedans to beasts like the RS6 and RS7. What began as one revolutionary coupe is now Audi's symbol of all-wheel drive, performance, and control. The early 80s were a wild ride for Audi. Fresh off the Quattro's rally success, the brand caught U.S. attention with futuristic tech and bold design. For a moment, Audi looked unstoppable, the perfect blend of German engineering and performance. But that momentum crashed in the mid-1980s with the unintended acceleration scandal. After several Audi 5000 accidents, a 1986 60-minute segment accused the cars of accelerating on their own. Investigations later found most cases were driver error, But the damage was done. Audi's U.S. reputation was shattered overnight. As a result, Audi's U.S. sales collapsed and their reputation took a major hit. Independent tests later proved the cars were safe and the issue was mostly driver error. But the damage was done. Audi would spend the next decade rebuilding trust and proving it belonged alongside BMW and Mercedes. The crisis became a turning point. Audi realized it needed more than speed and style. It had to rebuild trust. So the brand doubled down on precision engineering, technology, and safety, setting the stage for the comeback that would define the 1990s. To prove they had nothing to hide, Audi published technical data and invited journalists to test cars on the track. The transparency worked. Confidence returned, and Audi was back on the path to success, ready to challenge BMW and Mercedes again. Through the 1990s and 2000s, Audi reinvented itself as a true premium brand with cars like the A4, the stylish TT Coupe, and the flagship A8 with its aluminum space frame. Each pushed design and technology forward, moving Audi from underdog to standing shoulder to shoulder with BMW and Mercedes. In 1994, Audi launched the A8, its new flagship and the first car with an aluminum space frame, lighter, stronger, and a new benchmark for luxury engineering. By 1999, the A6 all-road quattro blended SUV versatility with sedan comfort, showing Audi's willingness to innovate and carve out its own premium identity. Audi also built its performance reputation with models like the S4, S6, and RS4. They combined big power, sharp handling, and everyday usability, proving Audi could rival not just in luxury, but in performance. For enthusiasts, quattro now meant one thing: speed with control. Meanwhile, Audi was shaping a distinct design identity. Led by designer Walter de Silva, they introduced a clean, modern language, sharp lines, bold grilles, and understated elegance. The look was instantly recognizable and still influences every Audi today. In the 2000s and 2010s, Audi expanded in a big way with SUVs. The Q7 debuted in 2005 as their first full-size luxury SUV, followed by the Q5 in 2008 and Q3 in 2011. These models opened Audi to new buyers and helped them compete in the fastest-growing segment. In 2006, Audi pushed into supercars with the mid-engine R8. It delivered breathtaking speed, razor-sharp handling, and a design straight out of science fiction. The R8 proved Audi could stand toe-to-toe with Ferrari and Lamborghini, becoming an instant performance icon. Alongside its road cars, Audi doubled down on racing success. In 2006, the R10 TDI became the first diesel to win the 24 Hours of Le Mans, starting a new era of efficient dominance. It was just the beginning. Audi went on to claim 13 Le Mans victories, second only to Porsche. Most importantly, Audi made an early move into electric mobility. In 2018, they launched the e-tron SUV, followed by the sleek Sportback and the high-performance e-tron GT. The lineup proved EVs could be just as thrilling as traditional sports cars and signaled Audi ADAS, fully electric future. Today, Audi is a major player in the global market, as part of the Volkswagen Group alongside Bentley, Lamborghini, and Porsche. They have the backing to keep pushing technology forward, from luxury sedans and SUVs to cutting-edge EVs. Audi continues to push the boundaries of engineering and design. Their lineup ranges from the compact A1 to the luxurious A8L, with SUVs, RS models, and e-trons in between. Whatever the segment, every Audi carries the same DNA, precision, innovation, and the 4-ring badge. Audi is investing heavily in electric mobility, with several new EVs on the way. They've pledged to go fully electric by 2033, proving the 4 rings are ready to carry their legacy into a new era of performance, luxury, and innovation. Through all the ups and downs, one thing has stayed constant: Audi's commitment to innovation and excellence. From a small workshop in Zwickau to a global powerhouse, Audi has never stopped reinventing itself. As they head into an all-electric future, the four rings still stand for progress and the drive to move forward. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this dive into Audi's history, check out my other videos.